Yeah. And here's this now viral clip of Arizona Senator Kyrsten Sinema actually voting in quite a theatrical fashion against this $15 minimum wage hike. It's been pointed out that she actually didn't even have to do the thumb gesture. That was her choice, which makes this even more kind of insulting and disgusting. The fact that she had to go out of her way to, make a physical gesture to make sure everyone watching knew how she felt about this issue of people being paid, a living wage, honestly, to do, hard days work 5 or 6 days out of the
Yeah, and
fucking
this is
week.
a living wage barely today. 4 years from now, it won't be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? When it would have
exactly.
finally fucking kicked in. Oh, here she comes.
Yep. She taps Mitch on the shoulder.
Oh, hey, what's up, Turtle Face?
Let's get
a beer later.
Nope. With her Lululemon bag. Someone pointed that out too. She's wearing like a fucking designer bag there. Walks up, gives the thumbs down, like she's some sort of fucking Roman emperor. Like,
goes to get fucking cake. Like, you can't make like that seems like it has to be. You can't just not think about that. I feel like that was her like spitting on the left. I think that eating cake, that was like I want the headlines to be like Marie Antoinette. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what to say about it. Like, we knew this was gonna happen. I don't know. And then it was like there was obviously no further resistance after this. Bernie went ahead and voted for the bill, even though there was no $15 minimum wage in it. So there was no further fight. Yeah, this is kind of the way that it's going to go down now. I imagine it'll go back to the House. I think. Ro Khanna already said he was going to vote on it without the $15 minimum wage in it. I haven't heard anything explicitly from other members of the nominally progressive, caucus obviously the progressive caucus is not really full of progressive. So there's I don't know, 10 or 12 congressional people that we not normally break down. I imagine that all of them will go ahead and vote for it as well. There are some good things in the bill. Don't get me wrong. People will get $1,400 checks. There's that provision to give people $3,000 for their children. I think it's $3,600 if your kid's under 6 years old. So, I mean, like, there's good stuff in here, but it's just like there was so much less than was promised for. I mean, it scraps again for the fucking people. This is going to be the only aid that comes. They dropped the unemployment edition. Now, it was an additional $600 a week when COVID the first package was passed under Donald Trump. Now it's down to a measly extra $300 a week. It's that kind of shit that makes people hate the Democrats, because they promise all this stuff. They talk about how they want to provide people with these benefits, and look at these corrupt Republicans. They don't care about anybody. And now they have ball is in their court. They have the White House, Congress, and the Senate. They could do whatever the fuck they want right now. Yep. And they're choosing not to.
And I have one more point to make on this subject that I think a lot of people are kind of ignoring because it might be inconvenient to, what they were saying just mere weeks or months ago. And that is, I think this whole episode, especially with Senator Sinema, who has taken so much shit, especially online in the last couple of days. Now she's really just associated with this act. Anything that she's ever done up until this point has basically been forgotten by the internet, and this is what she's now known for. She will definitely be primaried for this, as will these other 8 senators. And the point I'm trying to make here is that this is proof that there is really solid, concrete importance to having a record when it comes to these tough votes. When it comes to something like $15 a minimum wage, or say Medicare for all, it really does help the movement to know our enemies, to know who's on the wrong side of these issues. And now we can proceed accordingly. We now know that these 8 senators are enemies of this movement, especially, Kyrsten Sinema, like I said, who has come under such intense scrutiny for the way which she so flippantly voted to deny so many people a raise in their wage. She will, like I said, definitely be primary now. These people are essentially enemies number one of anyone that's actually paying attention to the struggle for higher wages. This is, again, a movement which has been long kind of percolating, right? The fight for 15 has been around for a while now. This is a pretty mainstream issue, not only in the Democratic Party, but in the electorate at large in this country. It's a majority support issue.
It passed in fucking Florida, where Joe Biden lost.
Exactly. This is not an extremist position by any stretch of the imagination. It's something that pretty much anyone can agree with.
Which also just goes to show that people don't trust the Democrats to give them a fucking $15 minimum wage increase anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, despite the fact that this has not passed, and I would have loved to see Bernie and the squad and all the members of Congress like Ro Khanna who consider themselves to be leftists, I would love to have seen them fight a lot harder, be a lot more vocal on this issue and about the malfeasance and cruelty of Joe Biden and the Democratic leadership. But you cannot deny the solid importance and real meaningfulness of having this enemy list right here, of knowing these 8 people and how to proceed accordingly with this information, primary them, get them out, and make sure that no one forgets, the way they voted on this very crucial issue at this very crucial point in time.